We got it. We'll do better. Come on.
Welcome, everyone, to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and gorgeous PNC Park. Coming up, Game 1 of the World Series on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And on the mound now, Brayan Bello. How about a scouting report on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Burke digs in. He's had this pitcher's number. Fastball off speed. It hasn't mattered, Singy.
Yeah, you can tell he steps in with confidence. It's like he already knows the answer to the test.
And there's one down. Daniel Susac steps to the plate for the White Sox. 2 down, nobody on. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Tosses to first. That's the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Burke digging in, nobody on, 2 gone, but this hitter's still dangerous.
Yeah, a swing, a mistake, and suddenly it's a brand new ball game.
That's the ball.
Burke with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Hard liner. And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And now the count is even. Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. So up next, Ben Rice. Man at second. Out to short, Burke. The throw to first, and that's the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're watching. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Carlos Segura. That one fouled hard the other way. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. This one in the air, center field. Tackles in position. And there's one down.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that could cost your team the season.
Out to short, Burke. Fires over to first. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. So they get out of the bases-loaded jam without any damage, and that does it for the inning. 7th inning. 1 down, runner at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Joe Burke. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way. It's gone. He circles the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. He would have followed that type of approach.
With a good game to help lift them to the win. Had only one hit but made it count with a homer.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And on the mound for Pittsburgh in this one, number 28. What's the scouting report on him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
One down. Joe Burke, the next Pirate to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Bird with some impressive production lately. Here's your one. That one fouled off. And now 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Got him swinging.
They had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
That misses, and it's 1-0. Casey leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Back to the mound. It hit him. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Tap foul at the plate.
Ball, slow.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
First and second, 2 down. Here in Game 2 of the World Series. Base hit into the outfield. Runner around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they tie it late here in Game 2.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
Black in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. 2 on, 2 outs.
He's just missing with some pitches that, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
load the
Take it, baby.
bases.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
This is again 5 in a row.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. And that's off the outside edge. 2-1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
All loaded up here in the last half of the third. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Just misses. Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Payoff pitch. Hard hit, right side. He'll do it himself, and that'll keep more runs from coming in, inning over. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. We head to the 4th inning now in Game 2. All tied 1-1. You're watching the World Series on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Fouled off left side. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. Tosses to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. So 2 down. Tyler Soderstrom digs in now. Out to short. Burke. On the run, throw to first, and it beats him. What a play.
Pure athleticism on that one. In the air, legs split a bit, and fires across the diamond. He's going to get a lot of high fives in the dugout.
So 2 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Joe Burke. 1 for 3. That one way inside.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
There's a swing and a drive. And a foul ball.
Surely trying to stay in on the hands, not let them get extended, because that's where the potential for damage exists.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of Game 2. That one ripped. Grabs it on the run. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Burke had a rough go of it in this game.
This wasn't his finest hour, and he may be a little frustrated heading back to the clubhouse, even though they got the win.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. From Wright Field on the south side of Chicago, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Chicago White Sox. On the hill for the White Sox, Diego Pedroza. Chris, how about a scouting report? Burke steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy. An arm of top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
Pedroza, with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. And now it's even up.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that one hammered. Chourio flying after this one. Won't get to this one. It drops foul.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it back. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him looking for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. First and second, 2 outs. Tyler Soderstrom steps to the plate for the White Sox. Out to short, Burke. In the hole, jump throw, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Pure athleticism on that one. In the air, legs split a bit, and fires across the diamond. He's going to get a lot of high fives in the dugout. One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
Swinging a foul out of play. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Tosses to first. Play is made, 2 out.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Burke stepping in. A base hit here could shift the vibe. They're just one swing away from changing the rhythm of this ball game.
Yeah, Berg, that's the beauty of baseball. You always have a chance if you've got a player like this to lead off the inning.
And there's one down. Burke steps to the plate. They're trailing, but here's an opportunity to reel it in. RBI chance.
Yeah, Berg, chance to be the big fish right here. This is exactly who they want in a spot like this.
That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine.
The throw to second is offline. Everybody's going to be safe.
Oh, that was a great chance to turn 2 with the 6-4-3 right there, but the feed to second, maybe the most important part of starting that double play.
Pitcher on now, Garrett Robert.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Close, but call the ball. Ball 1. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Tying run at the plate. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating.
Now quick throw to first. And he's back in safely. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. A little bit high maybe. And it's 2-1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that one did prime the strike zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. The tying run at the plate. Line drive, base hit. 1 run is in. The relay throw. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And it's now a 2-run game.
Hey, they're right back in this thing after adding those 2 runs on the board. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Up next for the Pirates, Chase DeLauter. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many.
Robert checks the runner.
He's good.
Back on a dive. Runner edges away at second. He's trying for third. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. Fights it off. He'll see another.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And the Pirates with only 1 out left. This one in the air, right field. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. That's outside. And the count is 1-1.
There, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times.
Out to short, and that is the ball game.
This team obviously needed to win this game. Down 2 games to none in the series. You go down 3-0, players start packing their bags. They know that they're headed home. But they came out focused on the task at hand, got the job done. A win in the next game. All of a sudden, we've got a new series.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Getting the start for the White Sox, George Jackson. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him? Burke steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
This one in the air, center field. And there are 2 outs. 1 down. Brian Pappas now at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. Burke. Slinging it to first in time. The 4th game of the World Series. Leading off, Joe Burke. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Celtic blast. And they add a run. It's 3-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
On the ground, right side, Lopez. Tosses to first, inning over, and it could have been worse. Two men left stranded, but they do push across one. 3 innings in the books here in Game 4. It's the Pirates 7 and the White Sox 2. You're watching. Back at right field, onto the fourth. Joe Burke digs in now.
You know, these Pirates really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. Everything is clicking, and when you're producing more than 2 runs an inning, it's pretty obvious your hitters came to do some damage.
1-1 now.
Obviously, this type of run production isn't exactly sustainable game to game, but it's a good sign that a lot of hard work's been paying off.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Grounds one to short. Crow throws to first, and one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man. One down. Up next for the Pirates, Joe Burke.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead. Oh, good hitter as well. There's a little bit more confidence to move to the at-bat.
And it's going to stay a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge. Here comes the 0-1. Yeah, a foul ball. This is a tough situation for a team to be in, trailing by so many in a postseason game. It looks like it could be a pretty demoralizing loss if they don't turn it around. Next pitch inside, and the count is 2-2.
You know, as a player, you hear all the time about flushing a bad game and moving on. That's never more important than in the postseason. If you lose this game, you can't let it affect the rest of the series.
So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Step off, throw to first.
No,
and he's back safely. Another move to first. And they're keeping him close. And that's the second disengagement now. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Foul ball. 1 out and a runner at second here in Game 4 of the World Series. Runner goes again. There's the ball.
Get down, slide.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
They are merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with the big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Goes down looking.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Darius Zildazik, the next Pirate to hit. 3 for 3. He's got a double and a pair of home runs. First offering way inside, almost got him.
Ball pitch.
2 outs and a runner at third. And we're the top half of the 6th. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Right through there for a strike. Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Pappas has a beat on it. And that'll do it. So one left for Pittsburgh. They lead at 8-2. And now the right fielder, Jackson Chourio. 0-1. Out to short, Burke. Tosses to first, now 2 out. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Burke starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance singing.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it.
Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, these Pirates putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. So far, they have 6 hits in the count where the pitcher has had the advantage, so it hasn't been easy for them, but they're finding a way to get it done.
Step off throw to first.
He's safe.
And he's back in easily.
So with that fastball approach in mind, it'll be interesting to see if we see any adjustments in terms of the pitch calling. And clearly there's been a need to mix.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with.
Pickoff throw. Burke dives back in safely. Runner goes again. Pitch misses in.
Oh, come on, you got
Throw to third, and he's in there easily. And now make it 4 stolen bases in the game for him.
In this game, you got to take what the other team is giving you. And right there, they were giving him a steal of third base. Didn't check his lead. Catcher doesn't throw good.
In the air, right field. Chourio settles underneath it. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. He scores on the sac fly. It's 10-4.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired. All this team needs is one more win. But when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game. It's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat. It's a win of a pitch count. And that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
(11-6) the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long from the south side of Chicago. And we welcome you to the south side of Chicago and Wright Field. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Chicago White Sox. And on the hill, Yohan Rivero. What should we keep an eye on here? Burke locks in. I don't know if it's the release point or what, but he smashed this pitcher like a piñata.
Yeah, and it seems like every at-bat's a birthday party, Boog. Might be time to send a gift basket and hope for mercy.
With a homer in his last game. That's outside, and it's 2-0. missed. And ball 4 to a ball.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
That is in there. Strike 1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means. We'll lay off that pitch down.
First and second, no outs. Here in Game 5 of the World Series. This to third. And it gets by him. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Darius Zildazik swings through it for strike 1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. One runs in. The second run scores. It's a 2-run single, and they lead by 2.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
So 2 down, and now the catcher comes up to him. Daniel Susac. Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first. That's the third out. But they go deep twice in the inning. Both solo shots. We head on down to the top of the third. We are tied 2-2. World Series Game 5. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Joe Burke. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. Grabs it on the run. One away.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You've got to be sharp.
Second and third, one away. Nearing Game 5 of the World Series. Next pitch inside. Ball 1. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Breaking ball inside. Ball 3. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that'll load the bases.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there in the mound. But his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
And here comes Alec Bohm. He's grounded out a couple of times. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield. And that.
Now a pop-up on the infield. That's out number 2.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at-bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
Right through there for a strike. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Grant Taylor, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Caruso getting loose as well. That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Pirates leave them loaded. They trail at 5-2. So 2 down. Humberto Ibar steps to the plate for the White Sox. Hard hit left side. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. They're still out in front 5-2. Burke steps in, 2 outs, down to the scoreboard, but you just need 1 at bat to light the match, Siggy.
And this guy's got the spark in him, Boog. Get on base and see what happens next.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first.
Quick move to first, and he's back in safely. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for 1-1, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Outside.
Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Grant Taylor, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the White Sox 5 and the Pirates 2. You're watching the World Series on the show. World Series Game 5. Set for the last half of the 7th. Jacob Gonzalez steps to the plate for the White Sox. Out to short. On the run, sends it over to first. Oh. Got him! Nice play. So, runner at second, 2 down. Owen Casey will hit next. This could end it. Line drive, base hit. Coming home. Fires it to the plate. But it's offline. It's 6-3.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move. That's a laser base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And now it's Alec Bohm. There's a line drive to left field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox keep the dream alive. They take Game 5 and trail the series by a game.
In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in it.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long. From the home of the Pirates, we're at beautiful PNC Park. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Chicago White Sox going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Joined by my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. With Game 6 in front of us, it's an elimination game on one side, but this series feels like it could go either way.
You know, Boog, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been at Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one, and clearly being at home.
And today's starting pitcher, Quinn Priester. What should we keep an eye on here? One down. Digging in, Jackson Chourio. Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. And they get the out. So up now for Chicago, Tyler Soderstrom. Ball to strike. The pitch. Hammer. Base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Here's a big power threat. Joe Burke. He's a guy who does it all.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Pitch misses. Ball 3.
Got to be down in the zone with that two-seamer if you're going to be effective with it.
And that one misses outside. It's ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Now quick throw to first. And he's back in easily.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Back over to first. And he's back again. And that's the second disengagement now. There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for 1 run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box. I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swings and misses, and 1 out now.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much.
Inside move to second.
He's safe.
Back on a dive.
Oh.
Towards right center field. Pappas under it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Chase DeLauter. Fastball for a strike. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here in Game 6 of the World Series. In the air, left field. And that'll do it. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. We head to the second from PNC Park. It's the Pirates. Jackson Chourio steps to the plate for the White Sox. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dot. To his knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Quick move to first. Burke dives back in safely.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker...
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Safe in second, and he easily steals the bag.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Just missed. Pickoff throw, and he dives back in safely. Man at second, and that one clips the corner. Morgan wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and that one was indeed a strike. One challenge remaining for them now. Payoff pitch. Goes down looking.
You've got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you've got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Ball one.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Oh!
And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 3-1. Chase DeLauder waits on deck for Pittsburgh. And ball 4 to a board.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
Chase DeLauder, the next to hit, flying to left his first time. Backed off the plate that time.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
This one in the air, center field. Atlas under it. And that's the 3rd out. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. That one hammered center field. Going back. And brings it in at the wall.
He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Now the number 2 hitter, Joe Burke. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. Fouled off. He was late. Looking to get the tying run on base. Hard liner. And that is that. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They're down 2-1. Ben Rice steps to the plate for the White Sox. In the air on the infield. And the infield fly is called. So digging in, Owen Casey.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score.
This one in the air right field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox fight off elimination and set up a winner-take-all Game 7 right back here tomorrow night.
In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in it.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Getting the nod for Game 7 on the mound, number 28. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him? Next to hit, Joe Burke. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Ball one, no strikes. And the slider just misses.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Man at second. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Stretches out and hauls it in. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. So up next for Chicago, Ben Rice. Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
2 down. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Jacob Gonzalez steps to the plate for the White Sox. Now all even up. On the ground, out to short. Gets it to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So 2 down. Brian Pappas digs in now. Payoff pitch. Out to short, Burke. The throw to first, and that is that. Nothing doing for the batter, number 3. In the air, right field. Chourio on the move to the gap. Out, number 2. 2 outs, runner at first. And up next for Chicago, Tyler Soderstrom. 0-1. Up the middle, Burke. They get the force, and the lefty reliever does his job. Just 1 pitch. At the plate, Humberto Ibar. 2 on, 2 outs. On the ground. The flip, and he gets him. Nicely done. White Sox. Burke stepping in now. You look at the career splits, and it's just batting practice for him, Singy.
Yeah, this pitcher's ERA has a little dent in it thanks to this guy. Total domination.
Ball, that's out.
On the ground to third. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame. So bases all loaded up. Lopez now at the plate. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in the late stages of Game 7. And that'll do it. The White Sox have won the World Series.
Congratulations to the champs. Game 7 of the World Series. Every player on both sides comes to the ballpark knowing that this is it. This team got it done. They've been a special club all year long, and it's fitting they win it all in a special series.